You're like that old lady that I once had to sell black paint to because she wanted to paint her whole house black.
I don't want to do the whole thing black, you know.
Like dark is the void black.
All right. That's going to be a fun blurb right there.
Oh, God.
It's recording. All right, gang, here we go.
Yes.
10 seconds. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Yanagida Podcast Show, episode 17. I got special guests here. We got Thomas.
Yeah, yes.
Taylor. Dang, man.
Oh, got double T action.
We got double T.
Double T.
Okay, double T. TT.
TT.
So, I'm curious, how did you get started in all this, Taylor? Because everyone's curious, like, what's your background, and how did you get to where you are, man?
Like for the gym?
Yeah, for the gym overall.
Oh, boy. So, many years ago, God, how old was I? I think this was 2015. I had just graduated from UH Manoa. And I remember coming back and just like seeing one, like I think you just had like contacted me out of the blue and was like, hey man, come on down. Like we're doing some workouts, we're having some fun. So I showed up and you know, scrub me back then was like a 110-pound stick.
Been there.
and so,
little man.
Oh God. And so I remember like just working out, like doing lunges down the street and like being able to like maybe do 10 push-ups at a time. And I'm like, nah, I'm good, dude. I'm good. And then, oh man, I joined the military. I came back and I became a coach with the gym, and then I've been here ever since.
So what got you into the military? People are probably curious. What drove you to that?
Boy, our audience will understand this, but loans are expensive. Loans are real expensive.
I believe that.
Like college loans for a 4-year degree are expensive, and I can't even imagine going for like anything higher, but. Yeah, I saw like an ad for the National Guard and they were like, hey, we'll pay your loans. And when they told me the amount, I was like, okay, let's do it. And you know, it's also been it's a good opportunity. It was a challenge to myself to kind of like get out there and do something different. You know, not everyone gets to do that thing. Not everyone thinks about joining like the armed forces and going through that training and going through the experiences. So that was kind of how I got into it.
You know, you always talk about like self-discipline, Taylor. Like, is that from the military or is that like self-driven before, or what do you think?
It's got to be a little bit of both. You know, growing up with my grandparents who were like from the plantation era, and you know they're strict Japanese, so you know when they're gonna do something, they'll do it. And you know, military aside, oh god, that's discipline to a whole new level. And just combining the two, it's just kind of like you just. Oh, you know, I'm gonna take cold showers for the rest of my life. All right, well, I'm doing it. Like, I don't care how bad I feel. It's like, you know, you just do things because it's a little bit of like family teachings and also military teachings.
Speaking of cold showers, how long have you been taking cold showers, Thomas?
I think like over half a year now.
Okay, so you joined the party, the cold shower party.
It's a good party.
It's a good party.
It's nice and shivery.
It makes you feel alive.
Makes you feel, that's for
Dude,
sure.
I don't like hot showers anymore.
Really?
They suck.
Wow.
They're just bad.
You know, Thomas is right. After you take so many cold showers consistently, you really just don't want to feel hot anymore. You're just kind of like, no, I feel good now. Taking a cold shower brings me to a nice temperature.
Yeah.
I'm not hot anymore.
Yeah.
Taking a hot shower, I sweat now for like 3 hours afterwards, and I'm like, well, I gotta go shower again.
Oh, so you get 3 hours. Mine's like 30 minutes. 30 minutes, I'm sweating already. I'm all hot. I need to cool down again. Like, oh my gosh.
How many showers a day?
How many showers a day? Two. One, wake me up. Just get me all shook. And then after gym, then I'll take a cold shower.
There
It's
we
really
go.
good. Yes.
Man, recently I've been taking 4.
Jody. Dude, you dirty.
Telling me like, man, like, why are you taking 4 showers? I'm like, it's gonna be my 4th shower of the day. She just looks at me like, so that means you were very dirty. I'm like, no, that means I'm very clean. 4 showers.
Because
so she's
you
like,
were dirty.
She's like, how do you take 4 showers a day, like on a Saturday or whatever? First thing in the morning, right after I work out, so it's the second one. And then because I'm still here after we work out, right? We're working, and then I get home finish work right around like 2 o'clock, and then I take a 3rd shower because I want to just change my clothes and shower, and then I take one before bed.
You take a cold shower before bed?
Not all the time. Sometimes it's I'll do hot and then I'll do cold. But all the first 3 is all cold.
You take the real warm and you're kind of relaxing, and then you just crank it cold.
Well, actually,
It's like,
you know,
whoa,
this guy.
Thanks to Justin's trip to LA last year. Was it last year?
Yeah. Last year.
We looked at the Under Armour sleep study conference, and they were saying you want to lower your temperature before going to bed because it helps, and hot showers are hot things like drinking tea or having something that's hot before bed is usually not good because that means your body is up. And they said you want to try to lower your temperature but without trying to drink too much water because that can also kind of wake you up later. So
You gotta pee.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Bathroom breaks.
You over.
Because you don't
Waking up
want to
at
wake up
1 just to
every
take a
3
leak.
hours to go use the restroom. That just ruins your sleep the entire night.
Right. Sleep cycles.
Yeah.
Speaking of sleep cycles, what time do you guys sleep and wake up? Speaking of sleep.
I have it set on my phone, so I have bedtime. So I go to sleep at 10:15 and I'll wake up at 6:30.
Okay.
Because I don't really got to really wake up at 4:30.
Mhm.
If I go back to work, then I go to sleep at 9 and I wake up at 3.
Right.
Yeah.
Back to work. So where did you work?
I worked with Wasa Electrical. I basically just worked for the union.
Okay.
So it's like,
Electric
here,
guy.
Thomas, go over there. I'm like, all right.
And then what is it that you did over there?
I just worked as a first step apprentice as an electrician.
Electrician.
Yes. Get shock therapy constantly.
Oh.
Nah, we're pretty safe.
Safe.
OSHA would hate us
Yeah.
if we weren't safe about the whole ordeal because we can die.
Oh, for sure, man.
Yeah,
I would be sad if I never see Thomas again.
Yeah, you can, if you get shocked and you maybe you connect with one finger and another and that creates the circuit, you're not gonna die from that unless
Right.
it's super high. But if you connect here and you connect over here and passes through your soul, you're gone.
And for those listening and watching this guy, if you've probably seen him around, this guy is the one that's working out. He's always cleaning. This
Yeah.
guy's always cleaning.
Yeah.
And he's working out. He's a good guy. And how long you been here at the gym?
Dude, I don't even.
2 years?
I
3
think
years?
about 3 years.
2.5.
Yeah.
I took some breaks.
Weakness.
Yes, weakness. I thought working 12 hours was hard, so I didn't want to come to the gym because I was gone. Ooh. But you know what? I came back, so it's good.
Taylor, what about your sleep and wake up routine?
If it's a weekday, it's gotta be 9:30 at the latest, and then wake up. Oh, that depends. I mean, if I'm trying to be good for work, I usually wake up at 3. If I'm just I need some sleep, I'll wake up at around maybe 5:30.
That's great, right?
See,
At 5:30 is
you've ascended past whatever the heck I am.
Incredible.
No, you see, I wish I could sleep longer, but the
Oh.
problem is that I've been so conditioned by my alarm clock and my cat that I can no longer sleep past 6 hours after
Your
that.
cat?
So
What is your cat doing?
Yeah, what's your cat doing to
So
you?
he gets
jumping?
he no matter what I do to his feeding schedule, he always gets hungry at exactly 3 a.m. And then he'll come into my room and meow to the point where the neighbors are freaking turn on their lights what's going on, and so I've gotta first meow, I'm out of bed and I'm okay, stop talking, and have to carry him to his food bowl and feed him. So it's
Why don't you get an auto feeder?
Tom, you understand? He doesn't care about any of that. It's the fact that I bring the food into his bowl is what it brings him joy. It brings him joy.
What's the cat's name for people listening?
Oh God, he's an 18-year-old fatty named Tiger.
Tiger.
I've had him for so
Wow.
long, and I'm just dude.
18.
9 lives, man, for sure.
Dude, that cat is 2 years younger than me.
That's crazy.
That's an old cat, dude.
He's
You were
an
2 years old.
buddy.
Cat was alive.
Damn. It's
Dang.
old.
You're
I've
2 years
had
old.
him since a kitten, since his mom gave birth to him.
It's a loud
Wow.
cat, too. I've never... Well, unless, your neighbor is 2 feet.
They're about
away.
15, 20 feet.
That's a loud cat. How? I don't think I've ever heard a cat meow that loud. Where it comes from your house to my house, and I'm what the hell is that? Dog, a dog is loud as hell.
Well, the dogs are also probably outside. And also my room is also next to my neighbor's room, so it's kind of the shortest possible distance that it needs
Okay.
to travel. So
And you're not gonna close your window because
if I close my window,
It's gonna be hot.
I'm gonna just die of a heat stroke in my room.
Heat stroke.
Like it's like the weirdest thing. I got 3 windows in my room, and I close one, and suddenly like, okay, 10 degrees up. Like
Just one, it shoots like that.
yeah, because and it's only because air comes in one way through our house, and if I close one window, the other 2 are just like, okay, well we're cutting off all ventilation. Sorry.
Okay.
Wow.
That's kind of like my house. Like if my door isn't open, my room is like 90 or like to 100 degrees. It's just burning hot in there.
It's good.
It's
You get
not.
stronger.
It's not. It is not good. I don't want to feel like I'm in the desert. I don't
You
like
get
that.
stronger, man.
Wake up and you're on a waterbed and you realize this isn't a
Sliding
waterbed.
Oh, I sweat to
Good.
the max in my sleep.
Detox. You gotta think
Like
positive.
that's where I burn all my fat in my sleep. It's just
dripping.
dripping sweat.
When you wake up, Taylor, what do you do, man? Like the push-ups and stuff. What were you telling me the other day?
If I'm in my routine, I'm usually doing like anywhere from like 100 to 200 push-ups, maybe 150 squats, plank, or for up to around 3 to 5 minutes, and then I go in and get ready for the day.
For people listening about the plank, they're like, what? 3 to 5 minutes? This guy held a 100-minute plank. And the story behind it was Kia, one of our former athletes who's in the Air Force. Shout out to him and his mom, because they work out at her gym, that he held a plank for 65 minutes. And so Taylor saw that. I was like, you know what? I'm going to get 100 minutes. And he just sat there. If you guys are gym members, or you probably part of the Fit Fam, you probably know when we only had one side. And he was just literally just planked on one side for almost 2 classes straight without moving, just breathing. By the time about an hour went, the body was just convulsing and shaking and just non-stop. He's just breathing. And just, I can't imagine the pain on that. And Taylor, what did you feel after? Because I saw you like kind of roll over after you did 100 minutes.
It didn't hurt where I thought it would at first. It was more like, my abs were hurting, but like it was my hips that like really took it. And I was like, oh, this is kind of weird. Like I didn't really expect for me to like hurt so much in my hips. And like the next morning, like I just couldn't I couldn't sit up. I couldn't like do anything that required me to even flex a little bit, because then it would just be like, all right, well, I'm stuck here. Like I gotta roll over to I gotta roll out of my room to get places.
You know,
100-minute plank.
That's okay because you won.
I did win.
You won. So you can just walk around saying that I won.
Bragging rights. 100 minutes.
I'm in that wheelchair. Hip cast, but I'm like, I won.
100-minute
You did
planks. Good
He
job.
he also did psycho-size weighted planks.
That's right.
Four
plates.
Four plates.
5 was my max.
Is it 5? The 5
but it was only
plates.
for 50 seconds. I couldn't
Hey,
do the
50
minute.
seconds is kind of nuts.
Yeah, for
That's 10 seconds for every
plates,
plate.
545 plates. That's a lot of weight.
It's too much weight.
A lot of weight. That's crazy too, because when I first met Taylor, we were doing some crazy stuff. We had some good times. 18. I was 18. He was 19, and we were having a good time, and we were eating pizza, and we were just talking about life. Talking about high school, because we were 18, he was 19. We met at the MCC. I think it was called MCC at the time.
Yeah.
And so we got along, and we just kind of kept in touch all throughout Oahu. And do you remember when we reconnected in Oahu?
Yep.
Yeah.
I was going down into Puck's Alley. I was riding
is
my
in Honolulu.
longboard. Yep, Honolulu. And I went to the it was like an Asian market there. Like strictly sold things like
Nijia.
yeah, Nijia
That's
market.
right.
And I remember I was there to buy choco pies.
Oh.
And I saw Justin in the store, and I was like, hey, what's up, Justin? And from there, we started hanging out, because I believe, Justin, you were living at the YMCA across the street from the school.
The YMCA dorms. Mm-hmm.
I
After
thought you
shout
were
out.
living in the gym.
No,
I was like,
living in the
whoa.
YMCA.
I can just see Justin sleeping
Hey.
on the bench, like.
Hey man, I did
It's
take a
gone.
nap in the gym downstairs. There's a gym downstairs. I was so tired because I was fasted. I didn't eat breakfast, so I was just too poor to. And then so I walked to KCC, and I forgot my bus pass. I walked home, and when I got home, I had no meals, and it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon with probably minimal water. I walk into the gym where it's AC. It's a little tiny gym. And I just passed out on the bench. I lied down. I told myself I was going to do some cardio. But I was like, you know what? I already did cardio. Pass out. And then the one of the attendants came in and was like, yo, man, what's going on? Like I said, what time is it? What did I miss? And my stomach was just so hungry. So good times.
Was that like a 1 day fast?
Pretty much. I was like 20 hours probably.
How much did you weigh?
At that time, I was 159. I was competing in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
159.
159.
Did you have a big dinner?
I can't remember. I probably ate top ramen with an egg and spinach. And I cut up some spam.
Oh, that's
college life, man.
That
College
sounds
life.
freaking amazing right now.
Yeah, college life.
Oh,
That's
God,
honestly.
I don't want to remember those days.
I remember those days.
I remember like during my first winter break at the school, the dorm that I was living in, everyone had gone home for like winter break. So I was the only one there except for maybe one like resident assistant.
Uh-huh.
And I remember it was before I had my car shipped over from Maui. I went to Safeway, and me being the most intelligent person in that dorm, bought only pretzels, like the rolled gold bag pretzels. And I was like, I totally forgot to buy anything with sustenance to it. For like, I think a week, I just ate pretzels.
You know,
I did not
sorry,
have, I had like no
Nowadays,
protein, no like vegetables or fruits. I just had pretzels.
pretzels.
And then my mom came over one day and she's like, what are you even eating? Because I don't see anything. And I'm like, I just showed her the bag of rolled gold and she like smacked me across the head like, you dumb boy. And like she took me to the shopping
Shout out
center.
to mom.
okay, so how big is this bag? If it lasts you an entire week.
Is it a big
So
one?
it was about like the pound bags. So
sad.
I was eating like maybe a quarter of a bag per like meal.
Oh my goodness.
So you had a lot of pretzels.
I had like
You bought,
maybe
like-
6 or 7 bags I bought.
See, you know what? You already. That's where you messed up.
Oh my
Because
goodness.
because at the time I don't recommend this to anyone at home. I was drinking like pretty much the only things I was drinking was either water or Monster energy drinks, and then my only sustenance that week was pretzels. So
Wow.
And Monster Energy.
yeah, pretty much.
There's vitamins in there.
Is there though?
It says there's vitamins.
Wow.
Get some B12 in your life.
That's not enough, dude. But I just remember, I remember that whole winter, like, all I did was like eat those pretzels, but it didn't bother me because I was just like, I'm full. I got no problems. I'm drinking a lot of water. I got no problems with salt.
How much did you weigh after that week? Your body must have totally ate itself.
117
From what?
from like 115. I actually picked up like 2 pounds.
Wow.
I was
From
just I was
pretzels.
honestly just going on runs, and that was it. Like I wasn't working out at the time.
That's right. You're always running. I remember. Wow.
Damn. How do you gain weight? How do you gain
On
weight?
pretzels, Monster, and water. That's incredible.
It's the water.
It's the water.
It's the
weight.
water. The water. It carried you.
It carried.
The water
Carried
carried.
you.
Imagine if you didn't drink water and you had pretzels. You don't actually know. You'd probably die. Never mind.
I think with
The
all that
salt.
salt in my system, I would just be like,
don't drink any water.
oh boy.
Yeah, college, man, lost a bunch of weight on accident.
What?
So my coach, at the time, we were competing at Nagas in Oahu, Radford. Nagas, North
Yum.
American Grappling, and basically, I had dropped more weight because I was walking around about 170 at that time normally.
Pretty big.
170. So I'd been lifting weights, and then I weighed in at 151. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, I'm light as at 5'10", that's pretty lanky.
Yeah.
Right? So if you see pictures of that tournament, I'm just like, feel like my face is all sucked in, and so that was just incredible. That was 1 meal a day. I don't recommend this either. That was a Simon, 1 cracked egg, a little handful of spinach because I had to disperse the spinach. So I couldn't eat as much veggies, and water. And then I had protein. I had 1 protein shake a day to help me maintain muscle, which it really didn't.
Yeah, I know, like,
1 scoop
it
and
kinda
1
helped.
egg a day is
You,
not.
you
It's
get
definitely not enough.
you get maybe like 35, 40 grams a day, and it's like your body maybe needs like 100 something.
Yeah, and this
you
is
need half. You need half your body weight, right? Or like
I think to
in
maintain.
the
maintain. And The funny truth is, at that time, we would go to Burger King or Teddy's Burgers, right down the street, once a week
that's
though, because I
right.
had to save money. So my grocery bill was about $20 to $30 a week,
Oh, that's
And then-
like nothing.
and then I would save about $10 for a burger and French fries, which I would savor. So good.
Take one
Especially-
bite every day.
Yeah. But oh man, at that time, I think in college, I never thought I was hungry or anything like that, because I would tell my grandfather would tell us, this is nothing compared to World War II, and I was like, yes, grandpa,
All I had was
this and that,
crackers.
and there's no food, it's famine in Japan, they just got nuked, and all the food supplies, they're damaged, no food, no grocery stores at all,
Yeah, you
and
just got nuked.
so at that time, I was just like, you know what? My grandpa went through World War II. My parents went through, something like that. This is nothing. I can go through one meal. At least I have ramen.
Yes.
But, I wasn't healthy when I took blood tests.
Hey, you were raised on ramen and hard work.
Oh, man.
You know what that's from? That's from Naruto.
Naruto. Hey, man. Dude.
I was raised
I
on
love
ramen and
Naruto.
hard work.
Anybody doesn't know that
Oh,
about me, man?
gosh.
Now you guys know. Naruto Uzumaki. That helped me in high school, because when I saw Naruto was like the outcast, and he was kind of the shadow character on the swing. He'd always be like an outcast on the
it's
swing.
so sad.
I legitimately cried when I was like 15, maybe 15 or 16, when I first started watching. I was like, you know what? He has so much conviction, Tyler. I'm going to become like Naruto. And he's like, whatever, man. And I was like, whoa.
Oh, fuck.
And
Wait, like Tyler.
yeah, Coach Tyler.
Oh, okay.
But
I
at
was
that
gonna
time,
say-
right? Because we're all like in that 15, 16 age.
I'm gonna go Super Saiyan.
And just for people that don't know Naruto, man, the path to the Hokage was so inspiring as a kid. Naruto. Speaking of anime, what do you guys like? What kind of anime do you guys like?
Shonen. Anything that with shonen in the
Shonen.
description, I'll
So
watch
young
it.
kid anime.
Yes. Anything.
I like that. That's great.
I have a subscription to Shonen Jump.
Yeah.
That's how much I love shonen.
Oh god, you used to
Wow.
receive like the physical, like I remember like back in high school, the copies are like this fat, and it would be
Right.
like you'd
Right.
you'd have to hold it like, okay, what page was that? I was on page 3,687. Like wait, whatever is that? Like
Let's just keep going.
it's got like 50 different comics in it, and you're just like,
This is great.
I'm gonna take like half a year to finish this. Hold on, and then next month you got the next subscription. Like I'm never gonna finish this.
Yeah.
I used to have like 3 of those in my house, and then like I was like, man, I don't even know how I'm gonna finish this, because then you don't really read all of them. You kind of read your favorites. And then
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like,
You're not gonna just read some sidewalk trash anime.
Sidewalk anime.
like.
Underground. Hey, man, some underground
Oh
anime
no,
are pretty
yeah.
good though.
Yeah, like there's the
Yeah,
mainstream
some are
stuff,
legit.
and then there's like hidden potential.
Yeah, man, some of those are good.
Yeah.
Like in Japan, my cousins would always go for the underground one because their manga was cheaper, everything was cheaper.
And it's not like the story's bad.
Right,
You
and
know,
it's pretty
well,
good.
sometimes
Like some
it
of the
is.
sport anime.
Sometimes it's not good at all, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
some are some are not.
Some are
good,
not, yeah,
For
but-
sure, for sure.
Did you find the good one? Oh, it's so
Yeah.
good. And then you share it with everybody, and then like 2 weeks later, it becomes mainstream, and then everyone knows about whatever it is, and you're just like, damn it, I wish it was underground again.
What was an anime that was underground?
Underground animes.
What was that?
Okay.
That kind of went
Kinda-
mainstream.
You see, this is a question for Kai.
Oh, yeah, she would know.
Kai loves like these like more small, not everyone knows about them, and then every single time she finds one of them, it just explodes. So if you ever want an anime recommendation, get it from Kai. Kai knows.
Shout out. Dang.
Like, oh, she just knows.
Yeah. What are some of like the inspiring animes that you guys like? That kind of like get you all excited.
Naruto was
motivated?
the first one I ever
Naruto.
watched.
it's got to be the classic Dragon Ball Z.
Oh. Even further beyond. If you guys get that, that's great. You guys got that.
Justin, Coach Justin here knows when it comes to Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, it's
Right here,
between
man.
like that.
the
It's like the
OGs,
number one
bruh.
sharing thing. Like, if you,
This is a Vegeta.
yeah,
right
we
there.
got like a Vegeta figure right behind the
Vegeta
camera.
figure from
actually.
Taylor.
It's beautiful.
Like everything Dragon Ball Z was like the thing when you were like a kid.
100%.
As like when you first saw it, like Thomas was saying earlier, like ah,
powering up.
Just gotta power up.
The first time, if you watch Dragon Ball, the first time Goku went Kaioken times 3, charged up his Kamehameha against Vegeta, Galick Gun, and then
Saiyan Saga.
times
It's good.
4. Boom. That's the one. That's the one that hooked me. Dragon Ball, probably before that, but that was the one that I really remember as a kid.
Dragon Ball's old. 1986 was like
Yeah, man.
when it first came out.
And then they finished what 2017, 2018.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Super, yeah.
Yeah.
2017.
Probably gonna put out another season. I don't know,
Yeah.
because like the manga's still going, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah.
I gotta catch up.
You're gonna catch
I'm
up.
already
man.
caught up. Actually, the next chapter comes out tomorrow.
Gotta stay focused. I'm gonna catch up.
Yeah.
I mean,
What are some of like the random, not random, but I guess along your guys' journey, like at your workplace and your workplace, or whether workplace or military or workplace, what are some leadership stuff that you see that are good examples and not good examples, like Thomas?
To be completely fair, I
Yeah.
don't know because I don't really see it since I'm so far down the ladder, because the foreman, the general foreman will tell the foreman of my site what to do, and then after him, he goes to the journeyman I'm with, and then basically my job is to listen to whatever they say. They tell me to do whatever the hell they want, and I'll do it. That's my job. So I don't get to see the whole leadership portion of it, but I'll get there, and it's gonna be good when I get there. I'm gonna see what it's like to have a 12% raise.
So you've had a good manager
See
the whole
above
time.
the clouds, like, whoa.
Yeah. A lot of people don't like being foremans though, because you only get 12%, and you get like 200% more stress.
Yeah.
200% more stress.
So it's really good when it comes to evening it out.
Yeah.
But I just want to be a foreman so I can know what it's like to eventually call the shots. Hopefully nothing bad happens under my watch.
So you've always had like good managers, good people.
Journeymans have always been good.
Yeah.
Yeah, all good people.
Yeah.
Love them all.
No one's like
wrong.
abusing their power on you.
No,
Oh, that's good.
no.
That's good.
They don't make you do anything stupid. They don't want you to get hurt, right?
Yeah,
You know?
for sure. The electricity.
Yeah.
True. What
Of
about
course.
you, Taylor? Some
Oh,
good
man.
examples,
It's,
some not good. You don't have to say names, of course.
Yeah,
but
no.
just examples. Like, what's an
Gosh,
example?
being in the military,
Right.
when people hear military, they already like one of those words that come up is probably leadership, and I've seen being an officer, I've seen a lot of different leadership styles, and I gotta say, like, in terms of like best examples, I've seen a lot of them. I mean, my current. The current unit that I'm with, my battalion commander and my executive officer, phenomenal like leaders. I mean, because they have that balance of expectation but also mentorship. They don't just throw you out and it's like, okay, well, sink or swim. Like, we'll see how you do. It's more of a like, hey, we're gonna put you in the water, but I'm gonna at least give you some hints on how to like get to the other side. And that's the kind of leadership that I would expect from like good leaders. It's finding that perfect balance, and it takes experience. It takes time, it takes years to like know just how to do that. And at the same time, I've also seen some bad leadership where it's not necessarily one person. It's more in the sense of a collective group of people make decisions that affect others, and they just either don't want to be aware of it or they're just not aware of it. Good example is back a couple years when the lava was happening on Big Island. I went up as I think I was the first officer to go up as the human resources like advisor for the task force, and when I got there, it was stressful. I mean, you got guys that are like my age, but they're out there, they're trying to help people, they're trying to make sure they're safe, they're patrolling, they're pulling all-nighters, and I was the only one there, and I was just basically left with nothing to work with. And trying to keep pace with everyone, but at the same time trying to take care of yourself was not necessarily a good balance. I was trying to like, if they can do it, so can I. So I tried to pull 18-hour days and then sleep for a couple of hours, go shower, and then come right back to it. I tried, and you know what, it broke me. Like I broke down. Like when I requested for more help, I was kind of told like, you're not really that important, so like we're not really gonna send you anyone. And that's when like I kind of just lost my mind, and I went outside. I was like in tears. I couldn't take it anymore. And that's when like my commander at the time, who I knew from before, I worked with him. He kind of came out and he was like, what, I understand, LT. Like it's tough. This isn't easy, and I understand your stress, and I'm gonna try my hardest to fight for you. And he did. He went, spoke to some people, and within I think the next couple of weeks, I actually got some help to come up.
Wow.
And then I left. I went back, and it was so much better of an experience because the command leadership saw that, hey, people are not being taken care of, and that's bad leadership. You're not taking care of the people that are there, and if they fall apart, everything else falls apart. And that was kind of like a lesson to me, like, wow, because I never had that before. I never had like someone with such a high position like be like, hey, I get it. Like, I've been in your shoes before. I'm gonna talk to some people, and we're gonna get this straightened out because this isn't right. So that you see, it's kind of been a mix. I've seen really great leadership, and I've seen not necessarily direct bad leadership, but just decisions that don't, like, they're not meant to be harmful, but it's more logical. Like, if we do this, it's better for the outcome, but the people that support it, it could go either way. So seeing that, and it's been inspirational because I'm coming up, I believe, on my captaincy rank.
Captain Hovious.
Don't put that on me. And
Captain Hovious.
I think I'm in that time frame, and so it's kind of got me worried a little bit because they might just throw me into a command position and be like, hey, let's see what you can do, and
be free.
Like it honestly stresses me out a lot because I'm going in. National Guard is not my full-time job, and so going from like, civilian side to like, my uniform, I just always think about like, what kind of leader am I gonna be, like, and good like one. What kind of like, how many people am I gonna be in charge of, like, am I gonna be good enough? And that's like all the questions that go through my mind is like, will I be good enough? Can I be good enough? Like to be the leader for like, however many people it is. And I just don't want to like fail expectation because putting on the uniform, it's like people expect a lot of you, especially the public, and that's like my number one fear. Like, I don't care if like I look like an idiot or like I do something dumb and everyone laughs at me. I just don't want to like upset others because I'm not a good leader because I don't do the things that I need to as a leader.
Wow. And that's why you're whatever you end up doing, whether it's like coaching or other organizations too, that's why you do a good job, because you have that inside, right? I was like, I don't want to let people down. I'm going to do a good job. I'm going to give my energy. Even if I'm tired, if I'm not feeling it, I'm going to go give my best. And that's one thing, Taylor, that you really are good at, that you're always a team player. You're always a person that, even if you're not feeling your best, you give your best to make sure others have a good time, that they experience a good time. So I just want to acknowledge you for that, because that's legit, man. And and going into that, man, I gotta shout out, man, freaking Taylor and the team, and man, look at this. So Taylor got these new shoes. What was the reason why, Taylor? I've never wore shoes like this. This is legit.
So.
And what is this shoe anyway?
So this is the Untitled brand. If no one knows about it, they're a Swedish brand that I think back in 2016 I bought my first pair when I was in South Carolina, and the company is phenomenal. They make super lightweight shoes. I've never felt better running in shoes before. Like, I met these. Like, Mizuno was always my go-to, and then I got these, and I'm like, mind blown. These are the shoes I got to run in. And so, Justin's done a lot for the community. Justin has, he's always open-minded, open arms to anyone who wants to come and join the Fit Fam. He's helped a lot of us coaches with like a lot of our personal things, and as well as becoming leaders. And so, as a thank you from all the coaches, we kind of like bought the shoes for Justin. We always see Justin in like his older shoes that you might not be able to see, but you know he's never changed his shoes in like the past, I think, 3 years. So we thought, why not get him like a really good shoe that can be pretty much for anything. It can be for walking or training, and so we got him these. Just came in the other day, and you know I'm hoping Justin enjoys them because this is a phenomenal shoe. I cannot say enough how much I love this brand. Not sponsored by them in any way, nor is this podcast, but these are phenomenal shoes.
Dang, I got Taylor's recommendation, man. So I was telling Taylor, I just really appreciate it because I don't think I've ever worn shoes that look this badass. I mean, if you're just listening to the podcast, it has like these gnarly, like on the bottom, it's like a cloud technology kind of thing, and it's like blocky, but it's super light. So it's super light. So I'm gonna make an open declaration. I'm gonna start running more. I usually only run about a mile or so here and there, but I'm gonna start running 2 miles at least 3 times a week. Wait, what did I say? 2 miles. 2 miles. 2 miles.
I ain't running.
All the way up to the post office. That's to the post office, from the gym to the post office and back. I'm not gonna do more than that. I'll do 2 miles. So
Thomas, what do you say to pledging to that?
Thomas running with me.
Where's my shoe? Where's my Hey, dude, I'm due. Where's my shoe? If you give me a pair of shoes, I'll run 2 miles a month.
All right, Thomas, I'll make you a deal.
Okay, what's the deal?
Oh,
I love
deal.
deals.
Here we go.
I'll
Public
make you a
deal.
We'll go to Waihe'e Ridge.
Nope.
Taylor's a crazy guy, man.
What is that, 6 miles? 6 miles of
That's
terrain?
5. That's 5.
2.5, yeah.
2.5 one way.
I'm rounding up. It's 6.
How are you running?
That's a mile, bro. You don't just mile up.
Okay, all right. Let's do pulley then.
Oh, yeah. Because I don't like air either. Oh yeah, just take away like 25% of my oxygen. I don't need it at all.
Actually, pulley is a lot worse. I think that's like 5 miles one way.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, because I want to die.
You want to die?
Dude, I don't even run here.
We're going to get you to run.
What? No, you ain't.
Run away from pain.
Thomas, at some point you're going to have to choose. Do you want pain over here, like you're going to have to plank for 30 minutes, or do you want to have pain out there where you got to run 6 miles?
30 minutes plank.
30 minutes plank?
Okay.
I'll take the 30 minutes plank.
Yeah, I'm going to throw some weights on there too.
Oh my goodness.
No.
If I see that stomach dipping, I'm going to put my foot under there like, come on.
Oh, I thought you were going to light a match or something.
Okay, whoa.
Like,
whoa.
Stay.
Wow.
I didn't need no match when I did the 100 minutes. I ain't going to do that to nobody.
Put a match under their core.
Swiss.
No, but these are really cool shoes, man. Thank you again, Taylor.
Yeah.
And to the team, man. Just, shout out to the team too, because during this COVID time, there was a time that we were kind of facing uncertainty with the gym. Actually, all the gyms being shut down, all businesses, and if it wasn't for these guys coming in and working out and leading something different, like workouts and virtual and then hybrid model, and the one thing is that Taylor and then also everybody else too is they're very adaptable and they have a flexible, open mindset. So it's not like we didn't do this before, so we're not going to do it. It's not like that at all. It's like, you know what, the times are different. We understand why we got to change, why we have to adapt, and that's what I appreciate. And another thing too that people don't know publicly is that Taylor was the one that came up with the blue squares. Is that now actually a lot of people on Maui are copying that idea. So shout out to Taylor Hovious, man. Like
Blue squares.
He does a lot of stuff behind the scenes too, because without those blue squares, I mean, I don't think we would have been one of the first gyms to open, and I don't think. I don't even know what we would have done if it wouldn't have those squares. So, a little shout out, because I see a lot of places now they have the blue squares, and it would have to be blue squares. I don't know why they don't use orange or green or. I gotta go with the blue. Okay, white.
I saw white ones.
But it gets black fast, right? Gray.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I actually saw it because on my Instagram I saw a gym in, I think it was the Netherlands.
Shout out.
They so smart.
They they had that exact same idea. They were using blue tape to make squares, but I think theirs were like 12 by 12 because they had the space. But essentially it was the same concept. I just thought about like, okay, what if we adapt it to our space? I mean, we can't. Theirs was kind of all in a straight line because their gym was very rectangular, but because we're two kind of larger boxes, we kind of have to adapt. So that's when I thought like maybe that will work for our gym.
Mm-hmm. And it did. It's a hybrid model where there's 8 squares on one side of the building and 6 squares on the other. And even the whole like with the Zoom, man, like the hybrid model, and I really just appreciate everybody just attacking and not, that's aggressive attacking, but more like just assertive, right? With helping people, with coming in and really supporting the gym, because I think it was May, the month before we reopened, we were having a really hard time continuing to pay our rent, pay our bills and all this stuff. And I, at that time was pulling out all kinds of different loans and just trying to figure out how to just keep the gym going, because there was a slight moment where I thought about, man, is the gym gonna shut down? And I said, nah, we put in too much time, too much people care about this, and that, no matter what it takes, we gotta get through this storm. And so really just appreciate everything and everybody in the last 6 months, and even still ongoing to this day. One day we'll look back at this and look back and like, wow, those adaptations that we've made was really good. And so I just wanted to acknowledge everybody listening, you the audience listening, if you're listening in your car, watching on YouTube, listening audio, Spotify, wherever you're listening to, just acknowledgement to you for supporting. And even if you haven't supported yet, just by listening to this, you are supporting us. So thank you so much. And I'm just curious, Taylor, like today and tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow is your birthday.
Yep, I turned the ripe old age of 28.
Beautiful.
Ooh.
Beautiful age.
That's great.
Beautiful age. 28. Legend. Gonna be a captain Hovious.
Oh God,
bro.
please no.
Fitness coach.
You can handle stress.
Work at and then where
Better
do
than
you
me.
work? Where do you work also?
Right now, my full-time job is a care coordinator with Imua Family Services
Right.
for the early intervention program.
And then you wear different hats. And it's all service oriented though,
I like hats.
right? It's you like cats.
I like hats. Look at
This guy is a cat guy and he's a Jesus guy. If you guys can't tell, he has
Cat
a
guy.
Jesus walking on water. No, surfing on water.
Main man JC.
That's awesome. Awesome.
I don't think I've heard anyone ever say that.
Your favorite color is blue.
Yes. Because
Right.
blue is the strongest color.
Okay.
Because
We
it's
can-
everywhere.
Thomas.
Okay. Yeah, we
everywhere.
can debate that. Yeah.
I mean,
You look at the ocean, blue. Look at the sky, blue. Even though technically it's a reflection.
Got it.
Not enough
Roger.
green to power over the blue.
Yeah.
Look at you, blue. Look at the wall, blue. Everything blue.
You're an interesting guy, man. But working out wise and everything, I'm just curious. What does that fighting sickness with fitness mean to you, Thomas? Last question.
If I work out hard enough, I will never be sick.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's interesting.
No, because it's worked.
That's true.
I
I don't think I've ever seen you sick.
The only
Since
time
you
I've ever
worked
been
out.
sick was when I was on Lanai and I wasn't
You
working
wasn't
out.
working out.
So I got sick.
Mm.
I was also cramped in an attic with 6 other dudes, but still I got sick.
With no workout.
Yeah.
Immune system is shot.
I lost 40 pounds. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Dang.
Went from 150 to 110.
No wonder you came back all skinny looking.
You went from like current Taylor to old Taylor.
Yeah, because I didn't. This is totally my fault too, and I'll own that. Like
You
I
own
didn't
it.
eat lunch. I didn't eat breakfast. I didn't eat lunch. I only ate dinner, which was a top ramen that's 99 cents.
Oh man. Why were you? Did you not have money?
Oh no, they give you money.
Oh,
they give
see,
you
why
they
are
give you
eating-
$260 if you stay there for a week.
So why are you eating 99-cent stuff if they give you that?
Because I'm a cheap person.
So you get to save it if you don't spend it?
Yeah, it's yours.
Oh, so basically it's like a.
I just
it-
pocketed
Like a
it.
stipend.
Yeah, like basically
Yeah.
you just pocketed the money.
I just
and-
yeah.
Interesting
So
guy.
I was greedy.
So you sacrifice your health for wealth.
Yes, which was a
Wow.
total mistake.
I'm gonna ask you this question when you're older, and then I'm gonna have you reflect back on this podcast.
Oh,
And I'll be
Yeah,
like,
yeah, it's
it
gonna be
was,
good
it was
times.
so worth it.
Yeah,
Fighting
5 years from
sickness
now.
with-
Taylor, what does that mean to
Oh,
you? Because you
God.
co-authored, There's a chapter of you in the book.
Oh, this is the second one.
Second book, yeah. What does fighting sickness mean? Fighting sickness.
With fitness. To me, it's maintaining your health through, you know, hard work, discipline, but I'm not just talking physical, it's also the psychological health. And it, you know, because a lot of people, when they associate working out, it's always physical. It's like, oh, you know, like my blood pressure is down, you know, I'm doing better at my runs, I'm like, I can go farther, I have more stamina during the day, and I'm a lot stronger, so if I do something physical at home, it's not as strenuous. But it's also important to consider, like, how does that affect you mentally? You know, when I work out, and Justin can attribute to this, but when I come from work and I am stressed out, after I work out, Justin always says, Taylor, you got that look on your face. It's the look of I'm good, and that's what it is. It helps relieve stress. It helps kind of focus the mind, and I think that's what fighting sickness with fitness is. Not only helping your health via fitness with physical, but also the mental side of things.
Mental and physical. I like that answer. See, I like that answer more than prevention of sick. Well, it's very simple, straightforward, Thomas.
I'm a very simple, straightforward person.
Yeah.
And I like the proof that's in the pudding.
Yeah.
And
so
ever since I become...
what a fun episode. I hope you guys watching or listening to this enjoyed just kind of a conversational, off-the-cuff talk, and you know, hopefully there was some value for you, whether it's about some of the leadership examples or some of the workouts or some of the experiences of what to do or not to do. And so, you know, really appreciate you guys joining us. And was there anything else that you want to say, Thomas, before we...
I'm Gigi.
You're Gigi.
I am the Gigi.
Taylor, to our audience.
Stay healthy out there, avoid COVID, and eat your spinach.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Stay tuned, and until next time, keep on fighting sickness with fitness.
Ciao, dudes.